Let's find a trade. In this video, we're going to look at the live charts for potential setups. We're using a simple strategy from our textbook, My Trendline Breakout Strategy, how you can make money trading Forex. The strategy has shown itself to be successful in a live trading account. We believe anyone can learn to apply this strategy and make money from home. Here's the disclaimer, it's required by law. Please subscribe and share as you see value. And remember, we enter all trades with risk. Let's get to it. Okay, traders, how are you doing? And welcome back to the channel. We're looking at the dollar CAD. It's a beautiful pair to trade, has a long history. And we're going to go through some of that history. Recently, what we've noticed over the past, several months is that this pair has just been in an absolute sell-off. This is something that has happened in history, okay? Here it was in a sell for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Here it was in a sell-off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Again, typically 5 months, huh? Here it's been in a sell-off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's in its 13th month selling off. Let's just have a look at this. That's practically a year. If we look on the big chart, oh look, it looks like it's it's at a previous swing low. Bam, right there. But as far as history goes, with its sell-offs, when it got to this high before, let's have a look. When it got to this height, okay, in the past, it only went that far. Then it gave a retracement. So we're looking at history to understand the future. Okay. This sell-off has been from here to here. This is a weekly chart. So this is a period of 1 year. Okay. So we see with this drop here, with this drop here, it was within the period of a year. This to here has been a whole year. We're into a second year now. Is that normal? Well, here we have a sell-off. Okay. And in the next year, it sort of moved back up. In the next year, it sort of moved back up. That's what we're seeing here. We're just looking at history. We want to understand what's going on in the market per technical analysis. So in the next year, it moved back up. How much pips did it pay us then? That little bit there is 800 pips. Good Lord. Most of us are happy to get an 800 pip trade. Are there any clues here as to why it decided then to turn back up? And then it went up, came back down. I can see a clue here, and I'm going to share that clue with you, okay? Let's have a look. This is 2009. Will this allow me to? It's not going to allow me to go back that far, guys. Let's have a look. We're going to put a line on here. This is one thing about MT4, the data. You need data. So you have to look at the past to understand the future. You need data. And when it prevents you from going back to get data, that can limit your ability to but what we know is here in this time frame of a year and however long it was. Okay, we're going to just put the trajectory, what I call the trajectory, we're going to put it on so that we can get a good idea. This is the 200 period moving average. If you just did a trajectory of the 200 period moving average, what we notice is that price never got to it, but what we do notice is at some point it did. Price will always try to make its way back to the 200 period moving average. It's going to touch it. It's going to touch it. It goes above. It's going to touch it. It goes below. We can go all along this currency pair and see that price always will try to touch the 200 period moving average. And let's just have a look. Oh, look, you're thinking, oh, look, it comes back to it. Comes back to it. Below, went back to it. Above, went back to it. Below, went back to it. Above, went back. It goes back to it all the time. Let's just look over here and see if we can predict that price is what price is going to do. Oh my God, it's gone so high. It's gone higher. Try to come back to the 200 period moving average. It comes back to it all the time. Look. It came back to it. So when you don't think it's going to happen, guess what? It's going to happen. Look. Oh, it went way high. It went way high. Came back to it. Okay. At least made the effort. Good Lord, it's gone high again. Come back to it again. At least made the effort. It's gone high again. Come on. You would think I'm making this up. Okay. Goes below. Is it going to? It goes back to it. Right? Notice how it has a relationship with that 200 period moving average. Here we go again. Away from it, back to it. Then we're going to go again. It's gone above. Can't make its mind up. Oh, it's a breakout. What's it going to do? Oh, my goodness. Comes back to it all the time. Look at that. It just comes back to it all the time. It loves the 200 period movement. It's got a relationship with it. Wouldn't you agree, guys? Ran away from it, came back to it. Ran above it, came back. Wouldn't you agree it's got a relationship? Let's go along a bit further. Oh, gee. It's ran away, came back to it. So, oh, it's not. What's going on here? It's not coming back. Oh, my goodness. It's not coming back to the 200 period moving average. Well, we know it is. We know it does. The historical information tells us that price, the market, these candles revert to the 200 period moving average. So it's going to go back up here. That's a fair number of pips. If it was 700 pips, but if it went 300 pips, I would take three. Wouldn't you like 300 pips? 300 pips would be good money. Yeah. So therefore, we can assume with a high degree of confidence, of probability, that the dollar CAD is going to revert back to the 200-day period moving average. Okay, so let's find a trade. Well, there's one for you, and you're most welcome. How might it do it? Well, how about that for a start? It could bounce off a previous swing low. Very common. That price, when it gets to a swing low, it will bounce. Okay, come back and then continue on. So it could bounce, miss that one. It could bounce off that one. Yeah. It could fall a little further. I know some people understand the market imbalances. So it could fall a little lower into the imbalance there. And then decide, hey, you know, there's a golden cross there. There's a golden cross there. We need to come back, right? There's a golden cross here, right? After the golden cross, see, there's an effort to come back. Golden cross, there's been zero effort to come back. Zero, none whatsoever. And it ran high. Boy, did this come back. Came back in, look at that, full measure, 1,500 pips there. And then this one was what? 2,000 pips. There we go. So the market doesn't like to run away too far before it decides that I need to stop, take a break, I need to pull back. And we can certainly expect with a high degree of probability, there's a moving average. As it comes down, somewhere along here, price is going to work its way back, because price likes to do that. See, price likes to work its way back so we can get a bounce here before it decides if it wants to continue on into the imbalance, then a bounce up again, down, just hits a 200 period average, going to wherever it's going to go. Okay. The only thing we know of a high degree of probability is that it's going to come back. It will make an attempt to touch the 200 period moving average. As it does, each time it breaks above it, it makes an attempt to come back. Here, zero attempt has been made. So we're expecting, just like here, it's going to come back. This is a beautiful trade. It's one you should definitely keep on your watch list. The dollar CAD is going to reverse at the very least, to test the 200 period moving average. Guys, not taking too long. Hope you found value in what has been suggested here and how you might trade it and where you might trade it from. And I look forward to speaking with you in the next edition of Let's Find a Trade.